here's just happened to be one of the things I've been working on is this is Elliott from the Eagles, and it's a little video that you can find on YouTube about them kind of this whole snapping operation. I want to just get into that real quickly. And it turns out, though, that Elliott's had a rough game. This last Thursday, he missed 3 kicks. This is a really good kicker. And I had hoped for you to find those kicks, but I don't have it here. And I don't know that we have the time, but I wanted to go through a couple different things. So let me play this for you. Hopefully this will show reasonably well, and we'll stop some of this too.
All the spots. The kick is away, and the kick is
in the kick. Everybody, this is the field goal kicking Eagles.
So here's the trio: snapper, holder, kicker for the Eagles in the off season doing this preseason, and in their shorts, no helmets, no nothing, perfect turf, perfect day, perfect field, all that kind of stuff. Just trying to show the mechanics. This is a YouTube video that you can look up like Eagles kicking unit or something like that. And again, for coaches, for parents, and for kickers, this is a great little video. And so it's only about 5 minutes long. I'm going to skip ahead here a little bit, and let's take a look.
Exactly perfect. The speed of the snap from Rick, how quickly Braden gets it down. Like, there's so many little details, and we have less than 1.3 seconds. All right, first, we're just going to set up a standard extra point, which is a 33-yard field goal now in the middle of the field.
So as the beginning of the operation, my job is to throw a perfect ball back to Braden with laces and right over the spot. So it's around 2.5 rotations to get back to Braden. He wants to catch.
Okay. So notice that a lot of people don't recognize this. You always, from the, what is it? What's the Jim Carrey movie with the laces out, damn laces out, right? And that's what it's supposed to be. And we always think of this holder doing this spin or something, and he will, but in the college and pro snappers are so good, and high school guys can become this good. You need to start practicing this way. Snap it to your holder, and holder act like this is a clock, right? So if the laces came back perfectly, it's 12 o'clock, right? If the laces were a little bit to the right, hey, it's 1 o'clock. A little bit further, 2 o'clock. If they're sideways to the holder over here, that's a 3 o'clock snap, 9 o'clock snap if they're going this way, and so on. And so what he's saying is if he is doing the same motion every time, he's going to get about 2.5 rotations back here. So if he adjusts the laces in just such a way, this holder doesn't have much to do other than catch it, put it down, and pinch the top of this ball, right? So that's what he's going to do.
Ball right over the spot with laces every single time. So he could just
little
put it
baby
down.
turn.
So for me, I treat it as a free throw. My feet are always in the same position. I always have the ball in the same spot every single time. My heel's usually right at the end of the hatch. I don't want to be rotated this way, and I don't want to be rotated that way.
Notice what he does. So most guys will put their swear finger right in the middle of the seam of the ball, right there, down at hand, and they'll hold the ball. Now he doesn't. Most of your high school snappers, and the way I like to start out is just hold it like you're a quarterback. Just hold it like it's a pass, but bring this hand over so that that you've got it in 2 spots. If I go here, you see it a little real closely. So I'm holding the ball like a quarterback, and this hand with his finger is on that seam. All right. Now you can see his thumb is a little higher up here on this, so he's very comfortable in holding it, but he's got 2 hands on it, and he cheats. He does a little cheater. Back in the purest day, is this ball is supposed to go from here to slide straight back, but what he's going to do is he's going to lift it a little bit and bring it, and you know what? It's okay.
Having a straight back,
See what he did?
straight arms, and looking through to my target.
My job is the whole.
And that's the other thing. The snapper is looking through the whole time, right? Now that his head is protected up here, he can look back the whole time. There's no reason for him to have his head up or snap it blind. Okay. So again, he's got his finger on the spot. If you had a T right here, right? The snapper or the holder's got his finger here. I want a decent target. Let me go back just one other little click. Let's see what we got. Boom, 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 boom.
Ball back, right, face it, and
Okay.
right over the.
So
So it's around
one of the things that these guys do, your holder, I like to have a holder put his hand up like a catcher, nice and low. I want this ball low. I don't want it up here. Why do I want that? If I want a quick kick time, then I want this ball to be a bullet right in here. If I'm going to make a mistake as a snapper, I want it to be smooth and clean. It doesn't have to be super hard. All right, but this guy is ready. His hand is up. He's going to have soft hands. He's going to catch it with the lead hand. This hand here, sometimes you'll get guys, the signal for the snapper sometimes is he'll do like a little finger wiggle, or he'll put it here. Or frankly, I like to do in high school, the snappers, he can say set, but the snapper is going to snap it whenever he's ready. If he feel it, bring it right away. Don't wait too long. But if there's a pause, if there's a second pause, no problem. Because the kicker is not going until this finger comes off the ground or off the tee. All right, so here we go.
fast rotations to get back to
Rotation,
break.
nice catch.
He wants to catch the ball right over the spot with laces every single time so he could just put it down. So for me,
Right.
I treat it as a free throw. My feet are always in the same position. I always have the ball in the same spot every single time. My heel's usually right at the end.
Why are we doing this at kicking school when most of us are kickers and punters? One, if you're a punter, you better be a damn good holder if you're going to get to college. And if you're in high school, you could use a good snapper. If you have a kid who is not a good snapper, you need to teach him whether you can do this or not. But it's good for you to know how, or to direct him to a video like this. So he goes, oh, that's how you do it. That's not how I was doing it. Right? My feet are, I keep grabbing this because I've got this special, my special tool here. I have to press certain buttons. So his feet are nice and square. Ball is here. Boom. Let's bring it. All right. So here we go.
Hatch, I don't want to be rotated this way and I don't want to be over rotated that way. Always having a straight back, straight arms, and looking through to my target.
My job as the holder is to receive the ball. As you can see, most of the time Rick is pretty much perfect, but it's my job, if any weather conditions or anything else come up, if it's a little bit of low snap, high snap, whatever, get the ball down in the same spot for Jake. If we're outside, beautiful day like today, get down on the ground, get the laces pointed towards the middle of the uprights for Jake, and the lean is going to be a little bit forward and a little bit sideways.
Take a look at that. So here's the pro guys. Now, why do the pro guys do that? Most of us as kickers, especially when we're high school kickers, we always lean it back a little bit. And maybe you've already started to, gee, I wonder if I could lean this ball towards the holder. If you're a soccer style kicker, if you're a straight on kicker, you want this ball straight up and down. Okay. And as a high school coach, I'm more concerned that this holder, can we just get it on the tee? Get it on the tee. I don't care about the laces. Yes, I do. I'd like to have laces front facing, but you know what? I'll take a ball on the tee that I can kick any day of the week. So give me that. Now, can I get better as a unit? Can he do it? This guy typically put one finger on the top, maybe two. You'll notice the pro guys like to do like a little pro pinch up here. And that's really, really kind of neat, right? And so one finger on it. And so if this ball is pretty much straight up and down, that's great. Your kicker wants to be able to see the bottom third of the ball to kick, because the pro guys and the college guys are kicking off the turf, off the ground. What they've found is oftentimes if they lean the ball a little bit forward, and as a high schooler, you might want to practice this just to see, you're going to see more of the ball, which means your foot can hit more of the ball, which in a way means you can't kick it as far, but you'll kick it with a little bit less rotation and you'll have it straighter in the wind. And so the pro guy just wants to get, again, Jake Elliott is thinking, I just need to make a good strike. Can I get the right part of my foot, that third eyelet of my shoe, on that bottom third of the ball so that the structure of this hit is good? If that's the case, and if my holder has done his job, hooray for us.
If those things go well, then we should have a great kick down the middle.
Yes, we should.
All right, so once we're ready to go, we're going to pick out a spot that I feel good about, make sure there's no divots around or anything like that. We take 3 steps back, line up exactly where I want that ball to go, find a target behind the upright, take 2 steps over.
Well, this is pretty traditional of every soccer kicker, 3 back and 2 over. Some guys go 3 back, take a little baby step back and a couple over. Some guys just march it off, right? Most of the guys take this 3 and 2. That's kind of the place because one of two things. Either he's going to take a jab step and 1, 2 to here, or he's going to hold this, put a little bit more weight on his front and simply go 1, 2 steps. Let's see what Jake Elliott is.
Back down at Braden where my spot is exactly. So I find my line, visualize where that ball is going to go through one last time. Back
got
down.
a lot of
and ready
weight.
to go.
Aha. So what did he do? What was his snap and hold? He's a 2-stepper, he doesn't take a jab. So you'll notice he'll go, if you're taking a jab, you're going to be more comfortable here, almost with a straight up stance and relax your butt. So this first jab is soft and gentle, and then bring it with the next step and here. If you're a 2-stepper, then you've got more weight on this knee. There's going to be a little bit of a bend there. You're going to feel pressure here. So I want you to feel that pressure here, but I don't want your ass to be tight, right? Because you're going to do this and your first step is going to be here. So let's see what Jake does.
Down at Braden where my spot is exactly. So I find my line, visualize where that ball is going to go through one last time. Back down and we're ready to go.
Pretty nice.
Ball is spotted, the kick is away. Got the distance, and it's good. Yes.
All right, so now we got a right hash kick from 40 yards. Wind and weather always play a factor, especially in the Northeast here.
Do you
So
see
the
what he
wind
just hit? All right, so sometimes we call this an S ball. Some people call it a screwball. So he, and this is something that happens to all of us kickers, especially soccer style kickers, not the straight on guys so much.
And it's good. Yes.
All right, so now we got a right hash kick from 40 yards. Wind and they're all.
So let me see if I can just take this ever so gently back. No, it's too far.
Got the distance, and it's good. Yes.
All right, so now we got a right hash kick from 40.
So there's that lean. He hasn't taken a jab step. Let's just take a close look. I'm going to advance this as quickly as I can. You can see he's driving. His head is on this ball. So, I mean, look how fast. So a lot of us high schoolers, you're not seeing this ball on the tee yet. That's how fast this snap is. That's nice. So he's at least got 1 step in here. He gets to see the ball completely. Here's this nice spot. He's looking at this spot. He wants to put that third eyelid here. And from this step, you can see this is not a weenie step. This is a good step to really drive, to bring his plant square so that everything, his shoulders try to stay square to the target. All right, so let's see what happens.
Just play a factor, especially in the Northeast here. So the wind's coming left to right here. So we're going to aim just a hair left, probably 2-3 yards off center in hopes that
Okay,
ball's
so
going to
maybe there's a little wind in
So
that.
at this distance, I'm always set up the same as usual, but when there's wind or when there's rain, it's a little bit harder to grab that ball and snap it to Braden. I'm following through with my hands to make sure I'm getting the same exact rotation.
So this kick from this hash is a little bit different. We're on the right hash, fighting a wind, going left to right. So basically everything we want to think of as a straight kick, except we're just tilting everything to the left now. It's trying to fight that wind to play it back inside. So for us, I tilt the ball a little bit less towards me and more towards Jake. So I put it on the ground, it's still forward. And then instead of coming over here, that ball is tilted more towards Jake's direction. That'll help fight the crosswind that we're going to.
Did you ever think that it would be that technical? I don't need to get that technical in high school. I need this guy to catch it and put it on the tee. I need my snapper to give this guy a chance to catch it, put it on the tee, and I need my kicker to make a good hit.
Jake is going to be aimed a little bit left of center on this one. So that means my ball and my body has to be pointed left to center to make it a straight kick for Jake.
Yep.
I'm changing my target line left to center here. So as you can see, I'm about in the middle of the hash.
He's angled a little bit because you're straight.
Challenges for me are trying to hit a pure ball, because if it's not a pure good ball strike, that wind's going to take over immediately.
Let's see if we can see that. Oh, shoot. Wish I could control this. Coach Farley have to figure that one out. I want to be able to make this go
It's still
nice and soft.
challenges for me are trying to hit your ball.
All right, here we go. Here's this plant.
Not a
Nice square plant, excellent. He's got a bend here. This foot is already in kicking position. It's locked out. And he's going to sweep through here. He's going to try to put that third eyelet right in that spot. Let's see if that's what happens. You can see. Did you see the speed? Click 1, click 2. That is moving. That's power right there. That's why a small guy can kick it a long way. That big slow leg, like this, not going very far, right? He got good quads up here. He's going to try to kick this ball, but that speed is the thing that makes Jake Elliott a great kicker. And you can see, we can't even see his foot. Boom, boom. It's already through. You can see how this ball is exploded off of his foot. This foot is still locked out here. Nice. This plant is firm. Boom, boom. Off it goes. There we go.
right, that wind's going to take over immediately. Braden helps a lot with that by how he adjusts the ball.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, so let's put that away.